Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to another TWAB here on the road. My name is Silence, and today I'm going to be going over this week's TWAB, which was released a little bit early today. It was released around like 2 p.m., which is weird, even for me. But I digress. Before we get into that, though, I'm gonna get all the little shameless plugs and things out of the way. So without further ado, yo, pass the soap. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video so far. Make sure you watch it all the way through. Helps me out a lot on YouTube. Also make sure you click that like button too. If you want to come hang out with me live, I do stream over on Twitch at twitch.tv/roadsofsilence. It should show up either above or below me here. You can catch me there maybe once a week on Tuesdays after resets on Destiny 2. Right now I've been doing those streams. If you want to come hang out live, have any questions or anything like that you want me to answer over there, get my, pick my brain about something, catch me over there. Also, I just recently, got my merch in. Kind of cool. So back up here. Lurking Army merch is available right now. All those links will be down in the description below if you are interested in getting a hoodie or a mouse pad. I'm gonna put that little clip up here. You'll see that pop up on the screen too. So if you want to check any of that stuff out, go click the links, and I shall see you guys in a minute and let you get back to this video. Okay, so on Tuesday, race to see who is the better class, obviously Warlocks, has begun with the return of Guardian Games. All right, the second year of this event. It's the return of the Guardian Games, and it's the second year of this event. And in my opinion, it improved upon a lot of things from last year. They made everything extremely easy for even if you were a new player or a veteran player returning to the game or anybody in between, all right, to complete all of this year's activities and all the tasks that are involved, okay? Even though all the rewards are cosmetics, which is not too bad. I mean, you do get the catalyst for the heir apparent that you got last year, or you could just obtain it again this year as well as the catalyst. Okay, on the plus side of this too is running alongside the seasonal activity is the fact that you are still able to farm for Cabal gold required for the purchase of the hammer for the charges, so you can focus Umbral engrams. That is a plus. Okay, I don't see why it wouldn't be. All right, although you do have to detour back to the battleground playlist in order to smash the tribute chests in order to get the charges for the hammer, you still can farm laurels, strike weapons in order to get the charges for the hammer that you need to go smash, and you get the strike weapons. I don't see any problem with it. But all of that one place without any hassle, and you get the bonuses. That's a win-win in my book. Okay, so the first bit of news we get this week is related to Nightfalls. So starting next season at the beginning of Season of the Redacted, because again, we still don't know what the freaking name is, okay? They are going to be introducing 3 new legendary pieces of loot that will be Nightfall specific. And upon the introduction of these 3 pieces of loot, the Swarm, the Palindrome, and Shadow Price will be taken out of rotation for the first half of the season while these 3 new pieces of Nightfall loot are introduced. Okay, so that means right now, make sure you go and farm for these weapons while you still have the chance until the end of the season every week while they're still in rotation. This week is the last week of the rotation for the Palindrome. So if you're gonna farm for that, make sure you do that now. I'm gonna repeat this to make sure everybody hears me during this video. Make sure that you go and farm for your Nightfall specific loot before the end of this season is out. Starting at the beginning of next season, for the first half of the season, the Shadow Price, the Swarm, and the Palindrome will be taken out of rotation and be unavailable for the first half of the season. So make sure you get these weapons while you can when they are available in the weeks to farm. Okay, that's it. Next, we are finally given some details about Armor Transmog. So as we know, Ada is returning back next season as one of our mainstay vendors, specifically for Armor Transmogs. Now, I know all of you have been curious and wanted to know exactly how that is going to work, and I am going to break that down for you. They give a brief explanation starting off to introduce us into how all of this is going to work. So for that, let's go over here. I'm going to point out exactly what they want detail. Okay, here we go. All right, first off, we must defeat enemies to earn 150 synth strands and then use them to purchase bounties to earn synth cords. Once we have synth cords, we can convert them into another, we can convert them at the tower at a place called the Loom, and convert them into another item called the Synth Weave, which is what we will use to convert our armor from the collections into ornament pieces. Please note that this is only going to apply for legendaries. Exotics and blues are exempt from this because they want to keep exotics to their separate ornament list, and so that people can identify what they are playing against when they go against exotics. And blues, just the obvious, they're blues, bring those things up forward. Okay, so those are all left out of the conversion. All right, also, just in case you are worried about having to do something you don't want to do, they will have specific categories for how to get these armor synthesis bounties done. Okay, so Vanguard, Crucible, Gambit, Destinations, Raids, and Dungeons will all have their own separate categories. Again, let me tell you the 5 categories that they're going to have for the bounties, which is Vanguard, Crucible, Gambit, Destinations, and then Raids and Dungeons are both together as one category. You can earn up to 10 Synth Weave, but you can earn an additional 10 once you complete the introductory quest. But at a time, you can only earn up to 10 per season, making it a full 20 per class. Okay, make sure you know this is per class, per season. All right, or per class for next season at the start of Season of Redacted. Okay, here's where I'm gonna chime my 2 cents into this. All right, I don't think it is a good idea for Bungie to be capping us off at only allowing us to get a amount of 10 per season. I don't understand the reason behind this. Maybe restraints with how they want to allow, or like economy wise, but I don't see that being a problem because it's something that we can go for ourselves. We could farm the amount up as much as we want. That's fine. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. If it's past 10 and every time we use them we can go farm some more, cool beans. But if it's only 10 per season, I think they just want to make us complain about something and hear our voice for part of a season so that it kind of overshadows some other looming things. Cheating. So just keep all of that in mind. All right, also take note that there will be we'll be able to purchase the Synth Weave in the Eververse. 300 for 1 token of Synth Weave, and then 1,000 for 5 tokens of Synth Weaves. All right, there are some exceptions as well. So the exceptions being that year 1 ornaments will not be applicable to seasonal armor, but hopefully fixed for later seasons. All right, this pertains to things such as, I'm scrolling down here, I'm sorry, like the Vanguard year 1 ornaments, Crucible, Iron Banner, faction rallies, prestige raid stuff, and Trials of the 9 things. All right, so keep all of that in mind. Okay, back over, this is what the system's going to be looking like over here. If you look over to my right, all right, look over here, that's what the system's going to be looking like. That's the new appearance and customization screen. As you can see, it shows everything that I have obtained and unlocked for legendary pieces of armor, what piece of armor I want to put it on, and it also shows a little tidbit of what the shaders are going to look like, and that's what we're going into next. Also note, for you guys out there wondering about Solstice armor as well as the glows, they will not be able to be applicable. The 2018 to 19 versions will not be applicable, but the 2020 versions will be. Now, the 2018 and 19 versions will be able to be applied, but the glows will not be applicable. All right, but 2020 armor and forward, the glows and everything associated with it will be applicable. All right, keep that in mind. Okay. Also, back up track on the other ones that are having some difficulties. They will not be able to be applicable to seasonal armor. For every other piece of armor though, you should be okay. So like if it's a Crucible piece of armor and it was a Crucible piece of armor from year 1, you should be able to apply it. But if it was a Crucible piece of armor from year 1 and it was a seasonal piece of armor now, you can't apply it. All right, take that with a grain of salt. Okay, now that was a lot, right? All right, after all that talk about transmogs, now we come to shaders, and starting next season, all shaders that are already earned and unlocked will be available in the new appearance screen, as you can see here on screen, and they can be applied at your leisure. To apply 1 shader only costs 500 glimmer, and to apply all 5 shaders to your armor costs 2,500. There is now also an apply all to every piece of armor that you have. Okay, so keep that in mind. They finally hit an apply all button. Yes. All right, and it will only cost you $2,500. Obviously, that's the cost of one piece of Glimmer times 5. Okay, and yes, you heard that right. Only Glimmer shaders no longer cost any legendary shards. And I'm also going to remind everybody that make sure you dismantle all of your shaders before the end of this season, because if you don't, they will be kicked out of your inventory, dismantled from your inventory, delete it, and you won't be able to get the shards that they cost. So delete your shaders now that you have on your person now in your inventory to get the materials for them. Okay, remember that. Do that before the end of the season. At the end of the season, they go bye-bye. All right, and that is all I'm covering for this week. Obviously, we have our cool new appearance system, everything that's going on with that. Transmog is coming, shaders are getting swapped out, new Nightfall specific loot, and that is pretty much it. The rest of the TWAB is as usual. They got some new Prime rewards going on, so if you are if you do watch on Twitch, like I do have a Twitch channel, if you want to come over there, check us out, make sure you go over there. All that information will be down in the description below. You click the link, you follow, turn on notifications so you know when we go live, all that fun stuff. There's new rewards if you do use your Amazon and your Twitch together, so make sure you link those two things together for your Prime gaming stuff. And that's it. Like I said, the rest of the TWAB is as usual. The bugs and issues are there. I have them on the screen here now. There you go. If you want to know about what they are, I'm not really going to go over these, but these are all the bugs and issues and things that are going on right now that they are making aware of, that they're currently looking at and focused on. More detail list on there as well. You can go check out the full TWAB for that. And that is it. You also got your movie of the week stuff, your art and the artist of the week, like always, present at the bottom of the TWAB. Please go check out these content creators. They make some good stuff. If you like any of it and you want to support it, make sure you do the same thing that you would do for me. Click their follows, check out all their social medias and stuff like that, and make sure you support them. All right, just like you would support. Okay. All right, so that's gonna do it for this week's video. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. If it was, make sure you click that like button and share it with all your Destiny 2 homies. Okay. Also, thanks again for making it to the end of the video and watching the video all the way through. It really does help a lot as I am on this. Okay, and I will see you guys in the next video.